Hello and welcome to Connect Happy Valley's Connecting the Dots Sports with Chris Buchignani. Chris, go.
You nailed it. Great job. Well done, Greg.
Well, you have this Italian name, and I know I have some kind of mental dyslexia on names, and so I'm glad I nailed Buchignani.
Yeah, very good.
Go
you did
Booch.
very well. Well, I guess so. Big headline coming out of this past weekend was, if you're looking at what's going on in Penn State sports, and we don't want to talk about what happened to men's ice hockey because that was unfortunate end of the season, but Jackson Smith, one of the young stars of this team, questioned whether or not he would play another year of college. He is. He's coming back. And so I think there's already a very solid foundation looking ahead to next season. And even though it didn't go the way we wanted, I think largely because this team just was never able to keep its best players and its leaders healthy throughout the season. And in college hockey, when there's so much turnover from year to year and you're bringing guys in from all over, you need time for them to gel and learn to play together as a team. And it just never worked out. Injury bug bit us. And it's single game elimination. And, bad things can happen in that format. Nevertheless, it is always going to be true going forward that less than 1.5 decades ago, Terry Pegula made a transformative gift and created Penn State varsity ice hockey out of whole cloth. And it transformed the sport because it allowed for the creation of a Big Ten ice hockey conference. And Gavin McKenna, who is going to be the number 1 pick in the NHL draft, could have gone anywhere he wanted to play ice hockey, in or out of college. And he chose to play for Penn State.
In Beaver Stadium, that game at Beaver Stadium drew,
75,000 people.
75,000 people.
In single-digit temperatures.
And I was watching you on Happy Valley United. One of the athletes from Boston College said he attended that, and he was just blown away to see that kind of excitement in a hockey game. And he said he can't wait for this year's season.
Yeah, so perfect transition, Greg. Not a lot going on in home games this week with the Penn State Olympic sports. But I'll throw a couple of cheap plugs out there. If you're looking for something to do and you're a Penn State fan, on Thursday night, starting at 6 o'clock, doors open at 6, program starts at 7. I'll be out at Pine Grove Hall with HVU Insider, which is Happy Valley United, the NIL Collective's free to join recruiting information service. But they're putting a lot of good information out right now because we were really into the thick of Matt Campbell's first big recruiting cycle. These are open weekends that we're bringing a lot of recruits to campus, and HVU Insider's giving people a lot of insight into who's coming and who are the big names to know and what should you like about some of these potential future Nittany Lions. And so they are also running this program in conjunction with Pine Grove Hall to allow people to come out and hear some interviews with players, staffers, coaches, the future leaders of Penn State. And we did the first one last week. You were there. Omarion Davis is the young man you're discussing. He's a transfer from Boston College. It was really interesting to hear him talk about how when he decided to enter the portal, Bill O'Brien was instrumental in talking up Penn State and telling him how great it was to play football here and how it really is a one-of-a-kind experience with the fandom here. So I'm happy to hear Bill's still saying good stuff about Happy Valley. But that'll be this Thursday. Doors open at 6, and we're going to have 3 players. You get really interesting perspective from these guys, their journey to Penn State. Some of them are Iowa State transfers, so they can talk about who Matt Campbell is as a person. Some are guys who stuck through the transition, and they can give perspective on what the change has been like. But it's been a fun program to be a part of.